Hi everybody, I'm very excited because I am not wearing any gloves today, and that's because we're touring Toni Farmer's garden, which is absolutely beautiful. It is nothing like my garden, although someday that's the hope. Also, thank you to our sponsor, Beechwood Landscape Architecture and Construction. You ready?
Let's go. Look at the feet. Oh, good.
You have chickens.
I do.
Do these chickens have names?
This white one is Beyonce. This one right here is Elizabeth Bennet from
I don't know who that is.
Pride and Prejudice.
Oh.
And this pretty lady here is Luna.
Do chickens make noise?
Chickens don't make a lot of noise, but roosters do. And that's actually one of the reasons why there are ordinances around South Jersey. Before you get chickens, you should check with your township to see if you're allowed to have them. But the noise that hens do make is really fun. I call it the girl empowerment noise.
Yes.
Because when one chicken is laying an egg, the other chickens will sing an egg song. It's called the egg song, and it's you can do this, go girl. And it's wonderful. And so when I hear it, I know someone's back there laying an egg.
Oh my gosh.
Would you like to hold one?
Do you hold the chickens?
I think you now need to hold a chicken.
Okay. Oh
I think
my
we can
God.
get her to come out. Come on, pretty. There you go. There we go. Oh,
wow. I think
pretty.
she heard us
She's a little muddy.
talking. Oh. Oh.
It's okay, sweetheart.
So when you look at her face, do you think, oh, so cute?
No, I'm a realist. They're not super attractive creatures. Yeah. They actually are related to dinosaurs.
Really?
Yeah, look at the feet. Oh goodness. Stop that. Okay.
She's
She was angry that I said, you are beautiful. I'm sorry that I said you were not. I'm sorry.
It's Beyonce.
You are gorgeous.
Okay, so is there a way?
So you want to hold her wings down, because if her wings get out, she's got a big wingspan and she's going to jump out of your...
Okay, all right.
Press her against your chest.
Press her against my chest.
Yep.
Okay, all right. There we go. Okay. She's not moving an inch.
Ta-da!
All right.
It's really amazing to be in touch with where your food comes from, you know? It's not some distant thing in a factory. And the reality is that chickens are not treated well in the egg industry at all. So
oh, really?
It makes me feel good to know that, you know, we're treating our ladies well. You can bend down a little bit and let her go. Yep.
I'm not feeling a connection that this is like my food source. I just feel like I'm holding something that I don't
with muddy claws.
So I'm just putting her down.
Yep. And then just let her go.
There we go. Okay.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Now she's going to go eat a bunch of bugs in my garden. Do you want to see the rest of the garden?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
So Marianne, you can grow almost everything in your backyard in South Jersey.
You're teaching me that, and I had no idea.
Yeah. Just in this single bed here, I have peppers, onions, tomatillos, tomatoes. This is chamomile down here. I have all kinds of herbs, mint and basil, and do you know what this is? Give that a smell. Rub that between your fingers and see if you know what that is.
Rub it between my fingers? Oh, I don't like it, whatever it is. What is it?
Do you like pickles?
I love pickles.
That's
what dill. Is it, dill?
Yeah. And in the middle here, I have a trellis.
You have a fancy trellis.
Yeah, well, so one of the things that grows in New Jersey that we don't want necessarily to grow here are invasive species. And so I'm kind of like looking for the win-win here. I build a trellis that I need out of invasive species that we don't want in the environment. So this is bamboo and wisteria.
So you built that?
Oh yeah, it was easy.
I thought it was like a fancy decorative trellis.
No. And then I have a watermelon stuck in here too.
Oh, now, wait, how's that going to grow?
That will vine.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose near the corner because I want it to be able to spill over. Whenever you grow a melon, a squash, a pumpkin, you don't want it to sit on the soil because the bottom can rot. And this will be perfect because when it forms fruit, it will sit on the gravel and be fine. And then I wanted to show you this. This top of this plant is covered with little bugs. They're called aphids. And it looks like there's actually two types of bugs on this plant right here.
Okay.
But they're not anyplace else. They're not even anyplace else on this milkweed plant.
Yeah.
So as an organic gardener, my philosophy is I'm not going to do anything about that until there's a problem.
So if was it aphid?
Aphids?
Fids, not the cardiac problem.
Right.
Aphids. Okay.
Although they will give me a cardiac problem if they attack the rest of my garden.
I know. So if the aphids were on a plant that you want to eat, would you attack it sooner? Would you do something sooner? Or would you have the same philosophy?
I would address it, but my garden philosophy is almost entirely organic, so I would use organic methods to do that, and there are dozens of them.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful.
And that's just one bed. We have some of the same things and some different. I've got garlic in this bed, cantaloupe, green beans, beautiful happy sage plant right here, tomatillos again, and tomato. And let's see if you can guess what this is.
Here we go again. And I feel like it was a celery.
Yes! Woohoo! And this is done. It's actually setting seed, so I won't be eating this one because when something starts to set seed, it gets bitter, which is an evolutionary attempt to protect the plant so it can set more seed because animals will leave it alone.
So, okay, so wait. When you say you won't be eating this one, do you mean this whole thing or this?
This whole plant is done, but I have new celery growing right there that will be tender and delicious.
Did you get to eat any of this?
I did, yeah.
Oh, you did?
I planted this last year.
Okay.
And this is your favorite.
So pretty. Lettuce.
Beets.
Beets.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I knew that when I was standing over there because you could see the bottom.
You want to pick one?
Oh, can I?
Sure. I'll have it for lunch. So reach in down there
Yeah.
and wrap your hands around the stem.
Okay.
And pull.
Oh, wow, that's really easy. You know, I don't think when I grew these last year, I don't think mine were coming out of the ground like that.
And Marianne, you don't have gloves on.
So pretty.
Are you going to be okay?
I thought I didn't need gloves today. Look at that. You tricked me.
I'll let you rinse your hands
I'm
off.
okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
All right, let's look over here. So I have more beets growing, but they're younger because I plant in succession so that I will always, so everything's not ripe at the same time and I can continue to have beets during the summer. And then this is fun. If you want to look at the zucchini plant here, you can see the squash on it already.
Oh, yes. Wow.
And so most people don't know this. I get a lot of questions about this. You need a female flower and a male flower to make a squash. And they have to be open on the same day for the bee to visit both, or you don't get any baby squash. And there is your 6th grade health lesson.
Yeah, thank you.
All over again.
Wow.
And we actually have, this is rare, I have a male and female open on this plant today, and they look different. So this is a male right here.
Wow.
And this is a female.
Wow.
And the female has the baby already attached.
What?
Yeah. This is why they call it the birds and the bees.
I guess so. That's insane.
Yeah.
How do you know that they're going to open on the same day and the bee's going to stop by?
Well, you don't. And so what I tell people is the more you can plant in your yard, if you plant 1 zucchini plant, you have low chance. If you plant 6 zucchini plant, or even anything else in the squash family, because it can all cross-pollinate, more chances that you'll have one open.
How did you put all this together?
I've been dreaming about building this garden for many years. One of the great tips I suggest to people if they want to do a project in their backyard is go on Google Earth and find your property and then screenshot it, and you'll have an aerial photograph of your property. And then I spent many hours during the winter drawing out and moving everything around and deciding where I wanted to go. And then I built this mostly myself. Any 2-person job, my husband or my son jumped in. But I really believe that women should know how to build things, know how to use power tools.
Yes.
And so I've learned over the years how to use a drill and a saw and thinking through engineering of things. If you're not a DIYer and this does not appeal to you, this is the perfect thing to hire a landscaper like Beechwood to do for you.
So pretty.
Thanks. Wait till it fills in. This is nothing.
Yeah, I bet.
So we put a trellis in your backyard and planted some raspberries.
Yeah.
Do you want to see what they're going to look like in a few years?
Yeah.
Come on.
A few years, yes.
So this is what your raspberries will look like year 2. Some of these are only 2 years old, and they're really full, and they will start to fill in.
Yeah, I have a question for you. All right, so one of my raspberry plants, it is growing this way. Like, I want nothing to do with that trellis.
Sure, so that's why we trellis them. Weave it through the trellis so it stays off the ground, and if you need a little extra help, you can use twist ties from your kitchen and just encourage them to stay on the trellis. They're not like peas and beans that are going to send out tendrils that wrap around it. Raspberries do not have that habit, so you'll train it.
Okay, it's like my rebel teenage raspberry.
We've all got one.
Yes.
But here, let's eat some.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, can I pick this one?
Try and pick the ones that are deep red, not the ones that have any white on them.
All right, how's that one?
Perfect.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Sorry, I ate mine. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I need some vanilla ice cream. That would be really good.
So what I tell people is everyone can grow raspberries. They're very easy to grow. They tend to be pest-free in New Jersey. And you can have a little crop of them that's just enough for you to have raspberries on your yogurt for breakfast every morning, every single day.
You said yogurt. I said ice cream. That sums us up right
Potato,
there.
potato.
I can't believe we are eating food from your garden that you grew, including the chamomile for your tea, which is unbelievable.
It's exciting, right?
It is. Thank you so much for taking us on a tour of your garden and for sharing all these tips.
Anytime, it's my pleasure.
We'll see you next week.